Hi everybody, welcome back to another video here at Rule 1 Model Railways. Today I want to show you how the layout goes back up after we took it down. It's just sitting there behind me. There's a couple of tricks to it. The way it's been built so that it's transportable. As you know, it's an exhibition layout, so it needs to be able to fit into a car, and that's the shape there that it fits into the car. It's a handy 4 foot long by 2 foot wide, plus the board on top, which is an extra 8 inches up. So it fits into pretty much any hatchback or people carrier, but not a saloon. But I'm going to show you now how it goes back up. Hope you enjoy the video. So this here is a detachable scenery section. See, there's no buildings on it yet. We're going to save that bit to last. Putting that to one side. Oh yes, I just want to show you as well, I've used these bolts here. Nice and easy. I use an Allen key head. And I've got T-pronged nuts inside different parts of the layout for these to screw into. And to make it easy, I've used this bolt for every single joint we have on the layout, whether it's to pack the layout away or to set it up. They all use this exact bolt, which has sped up the process of taking it down, putting it up considerably. So, on top of the others. There we go. So as you can see, it's handleable by one person. This is probably the biggest size I could have made that was easy to handle. Well, easy. It's possible. Now, as I was saying with those bolts, they're actually in the corners here, attaching 2 boards together using the back seat. So I'm going to take that one out with the correct size Allen key, and I'm using electric screwdriver, so it's much quicker again and easier. It's literally just that, and they come apart. And I have to do the same on the other side as well. So for any of you wondering what those random holes were in the layout, in the base board and in the back seam, that's what they're for. So. Quite happy it stands there as well easily. Layouts, 2 boards there come apart. I can now separate those and place them where I need them. As you can see there, this is one of the platform sections. So I'll place that down here the right way round. Roughly it goes there. And the other one is a fiddle yard section. And the reason for that is I put most of the boards like that. Scenic piece to a fiddle yard piece is because it gives me the most amount of space to play with on the scenic side. So on the fiddle yard I'm not going to build it up, it's going to remain flat. So I'll take those out. And this one goes this end here. Place that one there, ready to go. And now I'm probably just going to fast forward the video on so that you can see the whole thing happen a lot quicker. Be much more interesting that way. I don't think you need to see me do the same thing over and over again 10 times. So that's it. The boards are all undone now. I'm going to show you which one is the control board now. So bear with me, I'll go get that. That's the first one we start with, the control board. I also call it a keyboard because it's got the 4 legs rather than 2. So that's this one here is the control board. It's got the controls on it and 2 sets of legs, so 4 legs in total. So we should start with that one, opening that up. The legs fold flat on this one to save space as well. That one done. Now I will show you the underside of the board, what we need to do next. So come this way. I'll point you upwards so you can see what I'm doing. There. So on the underside you can see one here and none there, and then a hole next to each of those. And what that is, these are called pattern maker dowels, and they slot into the next board to make them fit in a lot easier, a lot better. So that one there's got a metal insert on the inside, so one of these on the other board will fit in perfectly into there. And then we screw from the other way through the board and it will attach it together easily and quickly. So I'll just do that now so you can see me fit that in together. Again, the other board has fold out legs, so it takes seconds to put up. Everything's a bit wobbly now, but once it's set up it's fairly solid. There we go. That should just like that go in. Hold these together. Thread these through. There we go. So that's now attached. We'll do the other side. So these are the same bolts that came out. Move your back there so you can see a little bit more. The same bolts that came out of the back seams. We're using the exact same ones so they can never get lost. It's much more efficient. again, the whole layout goes together like that easy. And underneath, I'll show you some more in a moment, but I'll just speed up the video now so you can see me do this. And put your back up the top so you can watch. Let's bring you down again. So there we go, that's the physical structure now put up. That took me about 20 minutes max to get all that done. So for a layout of its size and complexity, I'm quite happy with that. That's not bad at all. It means when it does go to exhibitions, I don't have to turn up the day before. I can have everything set up on the day. Now there is a few little bits more to do. I'm going to show you now. So this scenic section has to go on, which I then have to make a case for this because it will have buildings on it eventually. But it just slots on there. Nice and firm. Then it's got a bolt on the back which just bolts in. I'll carry you around a bit now. You can come see a bit more. I'll turn the camera around. There you go. So you can see there it's just bolted in. Some of the work I did earlier has actually come up, but that's fine, we can redo that. That's because it's only been done the first time, but you can see there the bolt keeps the back seam straight. And I've got bolts, slide bolts all the way along to do up. They're nice and simple. And in this box, as you can see, we have these little units here. Little cables with just go underneath the layout and I can show you what they do. So I just make you lot face me and face up again so I can see what I'm doing. There. You're going to face all the way up. Just like that. And I use these, they're called breakouts. And they allow to have normal cables, like computer cables like this. And you can then use each of those terminals to relay a wire across the baseboard joints. That's how we put the power across the baseboard joints and allow the layout to be dismantled and then put up again. So all it is that. Next board plugs in, just like that, and that's it. We have power across the joints. And it really is that easy. Now on my layout we have an additional piece, that's this. This is a communications wire that allows it to be automated. I put these little rings so I can thread them through and then plug them into each of the detector units at the ends. So they just hang there, and that's really simple to do. And again, moving up this way, you can see there. It's the same thing again, apart from I have 3 of those breakouts, so I'll just get another couple of cables. Because in the fiddle yard we have so many tracks that we needed so many wires to go across for the block detection. So again, it was easy, wasn't too bad. So this one goes into the closest one on this side. This one in this one. And then the final ones, that in there. That one in there. And then to bring the communications cable, again this one across, and loop it through all of the loops. 1, 2. Now the reason that I'm using loops for these is you can't actually, as far as I'm aware, have different cables connecting to cables across the baseboard joints. There has to be one cable between one detector unit and the other detector unit, which is there, as you can see, is just plugged in. Just there. And then this one again onto the next one. But other than that, that's all there is to it, and I should just give you a speeded up version now. You can watch the rest as I go along. This is the control board. All of my units are on there for control. This is the most busy board out of all of them for wiring. So that's it, the layout is now set up. As you can see there, all wired in and hopefully ready to go. I've just bought some new carriages, so I'm going to put them on now. I'm going to put a local on and we'll see how it runs.